Hello everyone, PenguinSal here again, back with another indie game review today. We're going to be talking about a game called BeeCarbonize. This was a free game on Steam, so I figured I would check it out. It's a game that's kind of giving a take on global warming and how carbon emissions and things affect the way that our planet's ecosystem works. And that I can really get behind, and I really appreciate them for doing that. I think it's a good message to get out there. When you play the game, it is a card game, not a deck builder exactly, but you have 4 categories: industry, ecosystems, people, and science. And they generate 3 types of resource, which is money, people, and science points that you can use to both buy more cards, and also you can use them to cancel the negative effects that are happening. Each of the cards you have has 2 stats on it. They either upgrade the speed at which they produce a resource, and the other one is how much emissions it either increases or decreases your bar by. And essentially the game is, you really have to watch your emissions. If your emissions get to certain points, you get negative effect cards that really negatively impact your emissions if you don't clear them up. It's an interesting concept. I do think it's unique in that sense. But honestly, I think my biggest issue is I just don't think the game was very fun. Exactly. And sure, that's arbitrary, and, you know, it's an opinion based on mine. But I didn't have a very fun time playing it. The game is very, I'd call it idle, in the sense of things are based on time. So while you can use resources to get cards to increase the speed at which resources are produced, you don't produce resources very fast. So there is a lot of time you're kind of sitting around just waiting for resources to be able to do more. And I believe there's a market for this type of game out there, and I do think the message is good. So I don't think, you know, anything negative in that sense. It's just, in my personal opinion, I didn't believe the game was very fun to play. There was a time at the end of my second run where we needed 30 science points to clear away a negative disaster we were dealing with. And we had 2 minutes, I think less than 2 minutes actually, to get 30 science points to clear it. And we were getting 1 science point every 30 seconds. So we were nowhere near producing points fast enough to clear away these negative effects. And it wasn't the only thing we needed science points for. I did not have a lot of fun waiting to generate these points. They took too long, and maybe, you know, I was just bad at the game. That's very possible, and that I didn't know the appropriate strategies and things you should be putting resources into. But it just seemed like we were never able to increase our resources high enough while keeping our emissions low enough to be able to use our resources to, like, improve our ecosystems and science to eventually be able to win the game. Like I said, I do believe there's a market for this type of game out there, and I think people can have fun playing it. But in my personal opinion, it was not a game that I enjoyed very much. If you've played BeeCarbonize and have a different experience, feel free to let me know in the comments. Let me know why you think this game is great and I'm an idiot. I'm open to that. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you'd like to hear me review more games like this, both positively and negatively, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It really would help us a lot. We'd be able to make more content and continue talking about games like this. I enjoy being able to be candid about my thoughts on these games. Like I said, if you guys like it, feel free to give a like. Leave me a comment and let me know why, you know, my opinion on this is not so great. And I appreciate you guys watching this, and I'll catch you on the next review.